My first big trauma that closed my throat chakra was when I lost the ability to speak with the amount of emotions that were locked inside of me. The 21 years old version of me was wide, courageous, and I knew more about myself during the Syrian revolution.
خلقت من أقدم سلالة حضارية بالتاريخ، الآشور، وسموني نوران، بيعني آلهة النور. بس للأسف ولدت بعصر الانحطاط والظلام.
حرب بعد البيوت في برزة. معنا 2012.
كنت أحبس نفس من ريحة الدم، كنت ما أقدر شمها، ريحتها مثل ريحة الحديد المصدي. أنا قدرت أخدع الموت لما مريت بحارة ضيقة وجسمي كان عم يرجف من لحظة، من قناص. بس اللي إجوا بعدي ما قدروا يخدعوا الموت. ب2011 طلعنا وهدفنا بالحرية ببلد غرقان بديكتاتورية، من حالة انفصام بين الشعب والحاكم، وبين الشعب والشعب، وبين الحكومة والوطن.
In war, I saw that men were not superior and women are not weaker. I observed the weaknesses in men and the strength in women. My lens was adjusted to perceive the essence of humanity. When I decided to leave Syria, I knew I was between two choices: stay and document, or leave and live for my dreams.
وماتت عندي نقطة الأمل، وطلعت دور عليها بالمستقبل. مستقبل عكس كل شي بتمنى عيشه، والسعادة ما عاد حسيت فيها غير بلحظات قليلة. وما تخيلت تقل مشاعري عم جرن معي وين ما سافرت. هبطت للقاع وانكسرت بعتمة الهاوية، وصرخت بقلبي لأصحى، لا تضلي هون، لا تعلقي بأرض المنفى. نقطة صفر، ضوء بعيد وحالة عدم. انخلق الكون من ذرة، من نقطة نون. انفجرت مشاعري، مسكت القلم لحتى أتحكم بجنوني، ولعبر بفني عن وجعي ووجع شعبي. من مكان في 4 حيطان وباب بلشت حس بالأمان. من لحمنا ودمنا عم أرسم لحتى وصل الحالة العاطفية والإنسانية. وما بدي أحكي عن السلاح والوحشية. وأنا لهلأ ما بعرف طريقي لوين، عايشة للمجهول، بس المهم عم أمشي، لأنه إذا وقفت بموت. أنا سورية، أنا نوران، واسمي بيعني آلهة النور.
While creating this film, my body slowly started to release the blockages within it. The more I communicated through speaking and writing the film, it empowered me to express myself again. However, the feeling of losing my homeland remained within me. 2 of my drawings went to the Netherlands and arrived late to the exhibition. My ex took them and never returned them back. I was already broken at the time, and he made me feel that I was let down. He broke a woman who already was broken. Then I got another exhibition in the UK and I couldn't apply because I just wasn't able to fill all the requirements to apply for a visa. But I was grateful to show my drawings in Dubai and Abu Dhabi in different exhibitions. The film went into many festivals, but I couldn't attend any of them due to visa rejections. Then I have found a job in video editing, and for the next 5 years, I have seen how the environment became more toxic. Let me tell you what is work toxic environment look like. When you work with people who bring their own personal issues, having high titles in the company, they don't mind to overwork employee based on their fear, or they don't mind not to have a life for themselves, and they lack the communication skills to speak with the client, and they deal with the client based on fear and just to get their money. And when I have reached the burnout status, my body was giving me the sign of more period cramps. And the week before period, I start to have more suicidal thoughts, and they became louder and louder. I had started to develop a cyst in my breast. It was not cancerous, but due to the amount of emotional was holding in my chest due to the amount of the pressure I was having. And I used to be criticized why I was getting sick a lot. Then COVID hit. For me, it was a savior, but I know for others it was a nightmare. During that time, I was in India doing my yoga teacher training.
So finally, after almost 1 year, I haven't had any travel. It was tough year 2019, and today is 20 Jan, and I'm going to have my first step to change my life. And I'm going to India to do a yoga certificate. This is the first step for me to change my life.
There I was having a breakdown, but it was only on the surface. When I went back, the lockdown started to happen. And I was in a position where I was going into a dark path with no return in terms of my health. After 10 months, I was like a bird who left the cage. And when we returned back to the office, I couldn't go back to it. I had the pain in my brain. I just couldn't be creative anymore. And I couldn't do one extra click on the keyboard. I was ready for the next step. I was having enough saving for the next 2 years. In 1 week, I quit my job. And my intention was I wanted to be more myself. And I thought I was going to know it through traveling. During this period, I felt so confused. And I have decided to give myself the chance to speak with a therapist, to heal and start from scratch. At the beginning of the therapy, I didn't understand how it was working, but I have decided to trust the process. The first question the therapist told me, "Tell me about your parents and you." And the moment I have started to speak about who are my parents and me since I was a child, things started to come one layer at a time. Because I was in a safe place, my brain started to give me one emotion to be released, one event to re-look at it from a different perspective. And I have started to release a certain emotions that wasn't for me. And one time I have asked my mom, how did she felt when she was pregnant with me? Because the mother will affect the child in her womb. And during the sessions, I have insisted to travel. I went to Rwanda, then Uganda. In Uganda, I went for a hike in Rwenzori Mountains. The moment we were going to enter the hike, I got a text that my dad died. He was in the US. There was a ban on Syrian. That was a massive shift point for me. I had to enter the hike because I cannot travel for him. Two of my friends, they told me, you cannot do anything, just keep going. After this, I went back to Dubai. Only 2 sessions left, and he was checking on my feelings. But I couldn't process it. I was so pressured to know what is my next step. And I remember he got bothered when he asked me how old your dad was. And I couldn't answer. I just don't remember my dad's birth date. But all I know is that I have loved my dad and I'm going to grieve alone. I have decided to take a break and rent a studio. During that time, I had a friend, she reached out, she knew what happened, and suddenly she entered my healing journey. In healing, you cannot do it alone. You need time for yourself, and then somebody you feel safe with so you process more, and your brain will be able to peel more layers. And that took me around 2 years to get over most of my past trauma. And the work burnout, it took me 3 years to get over my anxiety, stress, and to trust again to work with people. For the suicidal thoughts, it took me 7 months for no longer having it. The cyst in my breast became smaller and smaller. And in the past 4 years, I got sick only around 4-5 times. The healing process is going to be different for individuals. The intensity, the length, it depends. But the moment you heal something from the past, you no longer need to revisit it. And even after you healed, you will still get a new trauma, and you will still need to deal with your emotion. You still have to face life, but the past will be closed. I have shifted career. I want to work in something that give me more peace and ease, and I wanted to explore more the capacity of my body, how far it can go, how much I can express. I want to see if I can express art through my body. And now, since I am 34, I have decided to merge all my skills and become a content creator to see what I can create and give to the world. Before my 30s, I was living based on circumstances. And after 30, I have decided to live life based on my own terms. And the difficulties is I'm still learning how to accept my own mistakes. And I'm more than happy to make my own decisions, even if they are wrong, even if I fall down. I still prefer to live my own experiences. Also passing the bridge from the dark to light, from negative to positive. It took me time to plant new seeds in my brain, more positive ones, more positive self-talk. Like if I have a problem, I became more ease when I talk to myself. Even if sometimes you have negative, but it's not gonna be longer compared to the past. And we as a human will have to make decision for the rest of our life, or till unfortunately somebody gets sick and somebody else have to make the decision for them. So please take care of your health, take care of yourself, and try your best to live your own experiences on earth.
Yeah, I'm waiting your first vlog, okay?
Yeah, this is my first vlog, this camera, and I'm so excited. So yeah.